Hey guys, Ruxy here, and today I'm going to be doing a video on turns of tempo. I really recommend you guys watching my first video because this is going to be the second part of the series. And basically, I'm just going to be talking about how turns work. What is a turn, right? When you have a turn, what can you do? And then how does the enemy get a turn after that? Why is it a turn-based system, right? Why do you get one turn and why does the enemy get a move after that, right? So I'm going to show how it works and why it's the way it is. And let me just start going into the map. So we're going to look at the map now. Wiki.gg. I know some people use RiftKit. I'm just using this because the map looks better. But disregarding that, let's say red team has tempo and they're the first one to the wave. So let's say the wave is this. Blah blah blah. 6 minions. All right. So the enemy has 6 minions. God, this is awful. Anyways, let's say they clear the wave first, right? So now what is the options, right? So now the play is, okay, you cleared this wave, and the next play is going to be for the next wave, right? So on this wave window, now they can decide to move in, right? You can move in, the wave is now in this area, right? The enemy team has to deal with it, and you're going to get a move. This is your move into the river, right? So if you go for a short play, now you can come back and go for when the next wave arrives back top lane. If you go for a long play, you can stay longer, right? But now the enemy is going to get access to the next wave, and now they're going to push out the wave, and the wave's going to end up in this state, right? Let me refer this to as wave 1 and 2, right? So on wave 1, that's the wave red team has tempo on, they clear it, and this is going to be wave 2. So on wave 2, blue team, since the red team went for a long play, blue team now has access to the wave first, and they're able to clear it out and push the lane, which means now the red team has to respond, and they have to move up. So what this means is now they're going to move out, and now blue team's going to get a window to go. So this is basically how turns work. This is can apply to any lane, any lane state similar to this, right? But this is just showing it in the top lane. But just understand the general concept of how it works, right? So now they're going to get a window, and now they're going to be able to defend the vision or clear the vision out, right? Whatever it is. And again, they can decide to go for a short play or a long play. They can go for a shallow sweep, so they can go back and then try to contest the next wave in time, or they can decide to go for a long play, go for a deeper sweep here, and then they'll arrive to the wave late in the top side. So now the enemy team will get a window, right? But this is just basic tempo, basic turns, how it works, right? And there's also the possibility, which I can show examples in a later video, but I'm not going to mention it in this. I'm not going to talk about it too much in this. Is like, right, obviously you can just sack a wave, right? But when you sack a wave, right, the enemy team can just back off, you lose a wave, you get nothing, and then you repeat the process. They still give up the wave to stay in the jungle, then that's fine. Then they lose another wave, and you can repeat this process, right? So that's why the waves are important, why teams have to react to the waves, right? And also the waves giving vision, right? If you see a person on a wave, you know the numbers, you know if they're there or they're sitting in the jungle, right? Um, but yeah, let's now move into a video example. Um, this one is going to be, again, Mad Lions and Rogue. I'm going to show a lot of examples of this just because they're both teams that have very good fundamentals. So here you're going to see the top side. They actually are able to, let's go back a bit. Right, we see here, they have tempo. They're first on the map. They're going access for the top wave first. Now, Rogue knows this, and so they're just going to try with their window, right? So basically, they have a window now because Mad Lions are going to push this wave top, and before the wave crashes, they now have a window to go and get just quick vision here, okay? And then they're going to have to go and return back into the top side, right? For Rogue, and for Mad Lions now, after they get the wave in, they can now move back into River and get vision control, okay? And these are turns, right? Let's continue watching. So they're going to get their vision, they're going to move back into the top side, and now Mad Lions are going to move into the river with the numbers advantage and be able to get their vision control back. But as we can see here, they go for a long play, right? They're going for a deeper vision control, deeper vision, clearing wards, spending more time, and now they're going to lose access to the next wave. Just slight things here, but you can see how Braum is positioning here just to keep track of the enemy, just watching them in case they come too fast, right, or whatever. But yeah, we're seeing the turns happen, and now they're going to be able to get the wave in. So let's see what's going to happen now. So now Rogue's going to move in for the vision, right? And then we just saw, right, how the turns work. So first, Rogue had a turn, and then they had to go catch the top wave, and then we saw Mad Lions get a turn, and then they had to go react to the top wave, and now Rogue has a turn, right? So these are the way the turns are functioning. And now I'm just going to show really quickly good example of creative tempo usage by Mad Lions. And they're behind in this game, right? So what we're gonna see here is right again, pretty common wave state I mentioned in my first video, right? Like this. Um, but let's just continue and see what happens. How they able to try to make a play to try to come back in this game because they are down 3,000 gold. They have to do something. Um, and let's just see exactly what they do. So they're gonna push out the top wave. They're gonna sack their mid, and that's fine. They're trading top basically for mid, and they're actually gonna end up bringing their Cho'Gath. So they're basically sacrificing their bots on the map, right? Because again, it's about how the waves work, right? You have time until GP gets the wave here to come and catch the wave. So now you can have Cho'Gath be like, okay, I don't have to go bot right now. I can go mid, apply pressure, or I can go into the jungle, apply pressure so we can get vision or something, right? And let's see what they do with this priority of having, or the advantage of having Cho'Gath as the numbers advantage, right? They're gonna move in, they're gonna get vision. They're gonna have to drop. Rogue can no longer contest the mid wave because they have a numbers advantage, and because Karzi they set their ADC top to clear the wave. Right now they have the top wave in, so now Rogue is in a defensive stance, but they're going to be playing for the bot side map. Right, you see GP pinging on the bot side. He wants to go for the turret. Well, let's see what Mad does, right? Because they don't want to just play defensive, right? They have to create a window of opportunity for themselves, right? And that's what they're doing by just sending Cho'Gath with them. And now Cho'Gath's going to go back after they establish control in the river. And now we're going to see a quick play Mad Lions are going to go for due to this, right? And again, let's look at it. Again, so Aphelios has to respond to this wave. And now Xayah knows that for the next wave, this wave here, he doesn't have to go for that wave. He doesn't have to do anything, right? He can just go and join his team over here in the mid lane while Aphelios is trying to clear the next wave if he chooses to do so, right? He doesn't have to do anything. There's no reason to go back top for the next wave. Right? And we see this, right? Philly's going to go and clear the next wave, but now they can have a move in order to go to the mid, but they're going to lose that move after, right? Because, right, they go for this move in the mid lane. They go for this turn, right? And now, after that, they're going to have to respond to the top lane because of their waves, and they're going to have to respond to the bot, right? But they use their turn in order to get vision control in the mid side, top side river of the mid, in order to make this play that we're going to see. But they're going to be sacrificing a response to the top and bot side that they're going to have to deal with later on, right? So it's always going to be a turn that they have to deal with, right? They're going to be losing, and if they don't respond, they're going to lose waves, they're going to lose towers, right? So that, again, the concept of turns, what you lose, what you gain, how everything is a play that is one move at a time from each team. So now let's see what Mad Lions are going to try to do with this. Right, so they try to get a quick engage off in the mid lane by doing a quick numbers advantage. And now they have to go and respond to their sides. But yeah, they end up getting the mid turret with this move. So it was a great play by Mad Lions to recognize what they can do. They send Karzi into the top side, and so we're going to look at this again. Right, they send Karzi to the top side. They send their Cho'Gath mid. They know. They just understand the game, right? They know that that they have time before GP gets the wave in bot, so they know they can send extra members mid. They know they're first on the map with their ADC to the top wave state, so they can get the top wave in, and then they know they can transition into mid and get vision control on the mid side. And this allows them to get the mid turret, and then they can still respond to the bot wave and to the top wave in time, right? But right after this play, now we can see, right, they have to respond to it. So Rogue move into the mid, they move into the top side jungle, they get vision control, now they get their turn, right? But yeah, this concept of turns and how it works and what each team did with their turns, just nice to see. And it was a great play by Mad Lions to recognize what they could do with their turn, right? How much they could get from their turn, right? Because they are behind, but they were able to make great and correct decisions in order to get the mid turret for themselves. So that was it for this video. I'm going to go have another video obviously based on tempo. It's just nice to talk about. If you have any feedback for me as well, always let me know. But yeah, I'm done for this video. So thank you so much, and leave me some feedback and follow me on RooksLOL. All right.